again. We were whipping around a bunch of weapons the other day after class because we had a couple beginner girls, little ones, in class, and some advanced students. So I didn't want to mix those two. So after class, 3 or 4 of us got together that knew all the weapons. Well, not all the weapons in the Shaolin arsenal, because there's a ton, but the ones we know. We had single dagger, double dagger. We had the swords, staff, monk spade, which is really cool. It's got a weapon on both ends. Spears. I think that was it. But anyway, so we ran all the forms that we know, that I taught them, and we were all done, kind of just hanging out, sitting down, catching our breath. Well, I was catching my breath. And one of the students, one of my advanced students, asked me, he goes, "Which one do you think is the nastiest weapon that we have here?" And I don't know, it just came out of me. Anybody that's been around me long enough knows my slant on life, that Jesus saved it, otherwise I'd be dead or incarcerated still. I said, you know what the nastiest weapon we have is? And I said, it's your tongue. And you know, of course you can imagine their reaction. They're looking at me as if, what are you talking about, man? And I didn't make this up. I mean, I can realize it in everyday application, but I didn't just make it up. It goes back 2000, it goes back 3,500 years. So in Psalms 34:14, if you're interested, it says, guard your tongue from evil. Now Psalms is a long time ago. Psalms was 1500 to 450 BC. You know, you had David that wrote some of it, and Moses and Solomon, and there were a couple others. But that goes back a long time, that people realized that you can really hurt with your tongue. What you say, your reaction to people, how you cut them down, how you criticize them. And it's just more often than not necessary. It really isn't. I mean, you can want to say something and just hold your tongue in. Just bite it. Take a deep breath. Do what you have to do. Because normally when you whip out that spear of a tongue, it cuts. It's a different kind of cut, but it's a cut. If you want to bring it up to somewhat modern times, not all that modern, because I'm going to come all the way up to James. So that's about, 1,500, 1,600 years sooner. James in the New Testament, obviously Psalms was in the Old Testament. James in the New Testament, chapter 3, verses 3 to 12, talks about the same thing. He talks about, and you got to remember, ships back then weren't as huge as ships are now, but they were still pretty big. That a big ship, could be steered by just a little rudder on the back. A big horse could be moved around by just a bit in its mouth. The tongue is the smallest member of your body, he said, James. But yet, it carries a lot of weight. It can hurt. It can spew out venom. And I think sometimes we're just a little bit too quick to criticize, a little bit too quick to cut somebody up. And the only point here is, I'm going to get off of this because we got to clean up this mess. The only point is, just sometimes be careful what you say. You might want to say it, you might think about saying it, but if you can just reel yourself in a little bit and maybe watch your tongue, because it has a lot of power to do a lot of damage. It's an old saying, but it's true. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we should listen more than we speak. And it's just a tip of the day, this Super Bowl Sunday. Just to be a little bit kinder in your mouth if you can. It's biblical. It's a good thing to do. Okay, have to go. See you. Bye.